Yes. We are back with another live stream, man. OMXHD show, episode 3. I know I'm smiling because we don't win on weekend, but I'm smiling because I'm back with the co-host himself, Hard Deep. How you doing, Hard Deep?
You know what, guys? Even though it's been absent for 2 weeks, I'm very well, thank you. Looking forward to this third edition of OMXHD show. So it's going to be really fantastic. How about yourself, bro? How you doing?
So now I got a few things to say about the officials, but I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Um, obviously it's good to do, another episode 3. But it's not only us two are deep. We do have another guest with us, and it is Toby. How you doing, Toby?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a pleasure as always. Having the privilege to be here. It's fantastic.
No, 100%, 100%. Let's go through the comments first. Hashim says, big up to you, Hashim. Hope you're doing well. Ryan says, hey, big up to you. Ryan says, please make sure you smash the like and subscribe if you're big up, man. Big up. Like, literally, subscribe to Ryan's channel first before you guys do that for mine. But listen, yes, he is right. Do smash the likes and subscribe. After Talk Show TV says, big up the lads from Mason. Big up to you, Mason. Hope you're doing well. Right. Here we right. We'll talk about the Betis game first. Obviously, last week we won 4-1. Weghorst, Hardy, the man you slated on Twitter. Don't act like there's your tweets. Weghorst, I told you guys, both of you, we need to sign him on a permanent, not Harry Kane, but Weghorst. Well, listen, it's great to see obviously scoring at Old Trafford. Anthony goal, very good goal. Bruno scoring, obviously after coming back from a lot of hate and criticism, obviously after that 7-0 defeat. And yeah, man, 4-1. How deep? Talk to me. Obviously, we're talking about last week before we move on to Southampton again, but should be the job done for the second leg, right?
Absolutely. And you know what? From my perspective, in the first leg, we certainly dominated Betis as well in our transitions as well. If you look at how compact we were as a team, how offensive we were as well. We were really aggressive. We were overloading them in and around the box, especially with our fullbacks, with our midfield. Casemiro being really influential yet again. Bruno shutting down his haters, even with that shambolic performance against Liverpool. It was definitely great reason him come back to actually perform to that standard. Anthony as well, Rashford, Weghorst as well, fantastic work rate on and off ball. I think defensively we look very strong despite conceding go. De Gea, he shouldn't have done better, but overall as a unit we were really well organised. So we just keep up some momentum in the second leg.
100%, man, 100%. Obviously, I think Toby was busy, but for me, listen, it was a good win. Obviously, we had to react from obviously that shambles 7-0 defeat, but yeah, turn up, play the same lineup. He wanted to see a test from the team to see if they react or not, and we did so. It was a very good result for us, man. Very good. Because I'm definitely taking this competition seriously. I want to win this Europa League, man. I really do. I'm not like those United fans that when they came back top 4 because Europa League. See, we've knocked out Barca. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, we beat Real Betis, but they won't score 4 goals. But yeah, and then I think listen, we should be favourites, man, because we've knocked out Barcelona, top of La Liga, probably the best team in the competition. Because people will say Arsenal, but listen, as Mourinho said, football heritage. Arsenal do not have that in European stages. So yeah, Toby, obviously I'm going to go over to you. Obviously 4-1, Man United versus Betis last week. Should be job done, right, for the second leg. Job done, your opinion?
You said what?
For the 4-1 against Betis, is it job done now? Job done for the second leg?
Yeah, of course, it's a job done because I don't see a reason why we have to travel down to Spain and bottle up the job. Of course, it's a job done. We actually did majority of the task at Old Trafford, which is a very good thing if you know what I mean. Scoring 4, so I don't think Betis is going to they will have to score 4 goals. It's not possible. We are not that bad. You understand? Obviously, Casemiro will be available. I think, and of course, Anthony Martial. So the only injury worry we have maybe Sabitzer, I think, because there was this news about his unavailability. So I think we will definitely do a perfect job come Thursday. We'll do a very perfect job. That's what I think.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. But I think there's nothing much to say, to be fair. So, yeah, man. But now, obviously, let me just go through the comments first, and then we'll move on to Southampton game. Ryan says a shaky first half by United against Betis, but the second half he showed great resilience and was so good after half time. I think it was important to have a few goals lead as going to Betis isn't easy. Exactly, Ryan. Big up. Facts. He also says Betis prevented the test in the first half, but seemed to run out of steam. Exactly, yeah. Good. Craig says, Orange, big up United to win the second leg 2-1. Big up to you, Craig. Hope you're doing well. Ryan says, glad to see United bounce back. Actually, yeah, exactly, man. It was good to see you. But now, obviously, the next topic that's going to run ages, more longer now. Manchester United 0, Southampton 0. I'm going to, listen, there's a few words I want to say it, man. For me, I know why I'm smiling, man, because Casemiro, yeah, okay. The thing is, when the VR officials call up the refs to see the VR screen, that's when I hate the most. They show the worst angle possible. When Anthony Taylor went to the VR screen, they only showed him Casemiro doing that step on his foot. When they did a replay of the video of Casemiro winning the ball and doing that, I think a yellow card is probably the most outcome. But listen, Anthony Taylor should never ever ref a United game ever again for the rest of the season. And Andrew Mariner, he was the same official for Saturday that didn't give a red card for Ricardo Pereira on João Felix. So for me, officials were terrible. Casemiro, yes, he should have done better, but he got the ball, man. I'm sorry, but he got the ball. So for me, when people like to, I don't know, fans like to say VR is not the problem. It's the people that actually run it and make some stupid rules. I feel like every week there's a whole different new rules, but for me, I just think even with Casemiro, guys, we weren't good, man. I think it was too slow. I think it was lethargic, and we weren't just creating enough chances. But as soon as Casemiro got the red card, we will start to create chances. But listen, if Casemiro got the ball, Casemiro same tackle, yeah. Kyle Walker-Peters is the same tackle. Got the ball, but injured Garnacho. He was on crutches after the game. I just don't get it, man. For me, listen, credit to Southampton, man. Credit to Southampton and Ruben Sellers, very good manager. The way he set out Southampton, so they deserved it, man, because we didn't deserve to win. But listen, Andy Taylor was, for me, horrible. And obviously, it's a bit out of topic, but listen, I remember United fans calling me and Hardeep negative when we said Glazers up, but if you go and check on Twitter and see a video on the toilets, absolute disgusting. But, bruv, the video, listen, not apparently, but in the video, in the toilets, it was blocked with piss. That is, for me, one of the, Manchester United, the big football club, having blocked toilets. Yeah, listen. This is why people say, but why are you Glazers out? They buy players, stuff. But no, you have to look at and the infrastructure and the outside of things. But listen, we didn't deserve to win. And I just think it's not an excuse, but there's some players that are too tired, man. They've played so many games and they're just too tired, in my opinion. But listen, I'm going to waffle on. Hardeep, if you want to have a little rant.
First and foremost, I think the performance overall, it was decent from a defensive point of view. We were decent defensively to keep that clean sheet, but to lose Casemiro due to club's officiations and absolute disgrace. Andrew Mariner, he operated in the Chelsea game alongside Will Taylor potentially as well, and they both are an absolute disgrace of football. If you look at logically as well, in the Southampton game, to send off Casemiro when Walker-Peters actually initially injured Garnacho through a horrific tackle, through a scissors kick tackle, that is just hypocritical, absolutely hypocritical. And from a VR standpoint of view, they should be able to review it. I think overall performance, even with Casemiro, we were very lethargic, as you were saying, Horace. We were really progressive in the midfield, especially in our own box as well. Defensively, we were solid. Offensively,
Yeah.
we could have been much
You know
more
what?
consistent.
You just brought up how deep, because when it's someone defensively, if it wasn't not for Lisandro Martinez and Varane, we would have lost. But Lisandro
And to how
Martinez.
to, and to how to.
Oh yeah, listen. There's a couple of twats. United. I'm gonna call them twats now because they seem to annoy me now. Saying, "Oh, they no, modern day goalkeeper." Listen, Ten Hag, why is he playing him every game then? If he's a modern day goalkeeper, that's absolutely crap, by the way. Because Ten Hag, he likes the hair, man. He says in interviews he likes the hair, stuff and stuff, so he trusts him. So I don't hear this modern day goalkeeper narrative because that's what United fans like to use. But for me, Lisandro Martinez, absolute perfect, good performance. Same thing with Varane. Varane was good as well. So yeah, our defense was good, but it's just the midfield and attack, man. That was just poor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at the officiating as well, we should have got a penalty as well when Bella Ketchup was in that unnatural position.
That was funny.
It's so
how is that not a penalty? He was blocking Weghorst was about to shoot. Weghorst was about to shoot, and he blocked it, man. Come on, man. Flipping out, man. But listen, I'm going to say one thing here. It just shows how much we've missed Christian Eriksen, in my opinion, because Eriksen, for me, he brings that intelligence in the midfield. He really does. And so in the midfield now, we're going back to McFred now. The early days, McFred.
Well, listen, I can see Toby's faults. I can see Toby's feelings, though. I agree with feelings, Toby. I mean, if we go back to McFred, definitely consider our season over. Oh, no way.
Yeah, but Toby, do you want to give your thoughts for the Man United nil, Southampton nil?
Well, it's crazy. You know, I was actually emotional. I was very emotional, and you know, Anthony Taylor actually disgusted me. You know, because it was seeming like he was one-sided. Like it was seeming like he was against us in every decision making. If you know what I mean. If you look at that Casemiro's tackle, for instance, it was, of course, he held the ball before, you know, unfortunately, he hit the shin of that player. But if you look at the previous matches, for instance, you look at Chelsea, I think, was he Leicester Chelsea? I think there was a previous match.
Yeah.
Fine, there was a similar tackle as that. I think Fabinho even did something similar to that earlier in the season. You know, if you look at, we are talking about the consistency here, and obviously there was no intent. There was no intent in the tackle, and of course the fouled player even recognized that fact that Casemiro never meant any, you know, he never meant any ulterior motive or any bad intention towards that tackle. So the decision was very harsh. The most the referee should have given to him was a yellow card. You understand? Judging from the previous matches from other clubs. So we're talking about consistency here, and to avoid controversies, I think that red card was too harsh. And the penalty kick, of course, from Walker Peters. You know, Rashford passed the ball. As the ball was on motion, he was already trying to go down. By
the way, sorry to cut you off, but Dermot Gallagher, for me, nobody should be listening to him. By the way, he has bias towards United. By the way, he's got a little agenda there. So listen, no one should be listening to Dermot Gallagher, man, because I don't know who the hell he is. Premier League referee expert, my ass, mate. How can he come out and Sky Sports say it's not handball? He's in a natural position. No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not in a natural position, mate. But listen, if you Andrew Marino, the same one official that gave Casemiro a red card for doing this, Will Huge Palace game for doing this, and after they shook hands. What's going on? There's consistency, man.
That's the thing. That's what we're talking about, consistency. It's not too hard. It's not too difficult to ask for, and that's what Erik ten Hag asked for. He said consistency. The players don't know the rules. The players don't know the policy anymore. You know, it's because of consistencies. It's because of the shortfalls, the shortcomings of this of the VAR and the refereeing, the officiating in the Premier League, and it has been detrimental to the progress
of Manchester United. You look at it, kills the game. It kills the game. Obviously, we were denied penalty twice. The penalty that was caused by Walker Peters, there was no VAR review. They should have paused the game. They should have checked. Was it the foul on Marcus Rashford by their keeper?
Yeah.
There was no pause. There was no
The
VAR check.
handball as well, Toby. I don't know if you mentioned.
Yeah,
the
of course.
handball
So both fouls or both decisions or both opportunities or incidents were not checked by VAR. But
we could have had 4 penalties, man.
but just the foul, but just that foul Casemiro made on that player, it warranted the VAR to check. It warranted the referee to check the VAR. But what about us? What about us? We were denied the penalty, and obviously we were denied the penalty twice. I watched the clip later on. I watched the foul, the goalkeeper foul on Marcus Rashford. If you look at it clearly from different angles, if the VAR was able to check from various angles, obviously they'll find the foul. They'll find the fact that he was fouled. But I don't know why they were not giving, they didn't have that time or that opportunity to check. For crying out loud, we're at Old Trafford, we're playing at home. They should have given us, the benefit of the doubt. Check whatever you want to check because we are at home. We aren't away. It's Old Trafford. So it's to tell you, what's his name? The referee, Anthony Taylor, definitely has an ulterior motive. And obviously, yeah, it's clear they all have maybe ulterior motive and wherever we are or have been. And regardless, and I really commend our players for our performances because you look at the kind of chances Southampton had after Casemiro was sent off, during the early hours of the first half. It shows that we were able to, we were composed, we were compact, and we were able to soak up the pressure from Southampton. Because if you look at the chances, yeah, Ora said something about we're not really that impressive. Yeah, of course, because it was still, in my opinion, I think it was still early hours of the game. The boys were still yet to find a rhythm. So if the match had continued, if Casemiro was obviously on that pitch, trust me, we are winning that game. But with that red card, we still soaked up the pressure. They had 17 shots on goal, and they didn't score. That's to tell you how poor they were. We had better chances, although we had 10 shots or 10 attempts on goal, but it was clear that we were still the better side. We had more qualities regardless. So it was Erik Ten Hag trying to play safe. And of course, he was spot on with his tactics. So he had to make some changes to make sure that we man up. We have an extra. We had a defensive midfielder that will be able to block or be able to soak up pressure from the attacking players that they had. And of course, he was able to remove away goals for Scott McTominay, and it worked out well. So it's clear that Erik Ten Hag has a plan. Obviously, he has his tactics right. But the only thing we may have that might hurt us, that might sting us going forward, is the refereeing, and the officiating, or the kind of referee we have in matches, because it can kill the game. So let's hope maybe we'll see better officiating from the referees going forward. And I heard Manchester United around October, November, they complained, to the FA, concerning Anthony Taylor. I'm still surprised. I don't know why he was able to officiate our matches. Let's hope this will be the last that is going to officiate for us.
Exactly. Now I understand Chelsea fans' frustration, why they hate Anthony Taylor. That's what I understand, Chelsea fans. So,
obviously.
Yeah. Ryan says, question to Oris and the panel. Would you like to see De Gea stay beyond the season? Yes. Hardy?
It's down ultimately down to Ten Hag. So if he will definitely stay, I think he will definitely stay in my opinion.
If Ten Hag wants him gone, I want him gone. If Ten Hag wants him to stay, I want him to stay. Toby?
It's a difficult one, actually. We've been seeing news on Manchester United wanting goalkeepers, but at the same time, we see Ten Hag praising De Gea. But in my opinion, I think moving forward, putting sentiment aside, I think, De Gea, either he becomes the second choice.
He wouldn't throw players under the bus. He's not the type of manager to throw. Obviously, he will say, "Yeah, he's a great player." This and that. He doesn't. I don't think he would never ever throw. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys remember. Like, what was the game? The Betis game. Obviously, when De Gea made a few passes wrong, Ten
Yeah.
Hag
so.
said, "Oh, it was snowing a bit, or it was raining a bit, so maybe the hair was, I don't know, the ball affected him or something like that." So Ten Hag doesn't throw players under the bus. So
True.
that's
True.
one good
True.
thing. With Oli,
True.
well, like, yeah. So Oli did throw kind of players on the bus. Like, this guy's.
Was it Rashford as well? He threw in the bus. So.
The thing is, Rashford had to say sorry in a press conference. Or not,
Oh,
Oli had
did
to
I?
say sorry. Sorry, Oli had to say sorry. I remember Oli had to
No.
apologize about Lingard. So listen.
Yeah.
Also, guys, remember a quote: "Trophies are for big egos."
They are.
That's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said. But listen, I don't know. Apparently, I'm negative, so I don't know why. Yeah, but nah, man, Ten Hag, listen.
The truth is, David De Gea needs to either he becomes the second choice or he needs to leave, in my opinion, because we can't get to the next phase of Eric Ten Hag's system.
True.
You know, having David De Gea in goal. You know, we've seen series of times he keeps making that mistake, making
David
the wrong
Raya
pass.
is the one. David Raya is the one.
Or Diego Costa. You know,
Could be
whichever.
David Costa.
Yeah, of course.
All he wants
Of
to Costa.
It's a very proactive version, definitely. I mean, guys, I'd like to ask you something. I mean, if we were to replace De Gea, so regardless whether he stays or not, who would you like to replace him and why? So start with Toby. Who should be the ideal David De Gea replacement?
Trust me, we have options, but in my opinion, I will definitely opt for Diego Costa. He's superb. I think he's the best goalkeeper in the Champions League right now.
Yes.
So I start doing online, and obviously we saw even though Portugal was eliminated in the World Cup, but we've seen glimpses of what he can do. You know, he's a good goalkeeper. You know, he knows how to. His confidence playing from the back. You know, his progressive play. You know, his vision is clear. You understand? So being in goal, being a goalkeeper, and being confident, playing from the back without pressure. It's clear, and I think he's that kind of, he's that kind of player. He's that kind of goalkeeper that can be like the Alisson and the Ederson in the Premier League, if you know what I mean. Which obviously David De Gea cannot be, even if he tries. Obviously, he will try to be, but the truth is he can never be. He will only be definitely the best shot stopper in the world. He's the best. But looking at the way football is progressing and this system that we need to adapt or to adopt to become a very good team, I don't think David De Gea is that kind of goalkeeper. He's fantastic, lad. Trust me, he's a legend. We can't progress further with him. So Diego Costa is my pick, in my opinion. So I think Porto, they're having a match today, I guess. So we'll see his masterclass today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, hopefully. Ulrich, how about yourself? Who would be the ideal number one if De Gea stays or if not goes?
I don't think, man, it's Tom Heaton, man. Tom Heaton. No, I'm joking. Probably David Raya, man. David Raya, because there's a lot of speculation now that David Raya is on Man United's list. Same with Diego Costa, but I wouldn't mind both of them. But obviously, if I had to pick one, probably Diego Costa. But if you want to look at Premier League experience, then David Raya is a good shot. And plus, David Raya will be cheap. So, yeah. I think, that's what I saw.
If I'm not mistaken, sorry for the intrusion, Ulrich, I think he's got another year remaining on his contract as well. So, it costs around about £15 million.
Yeah, to be cheap.
Man. Exactly. But listen, what's Jack Bolin doing here, by the way? He's just collecting his wage and having a nice coffee with Steve McLaren. Jack Bolin, for me, absolute pointless signing that United have made. Pointless. But could we see him start any games? I don't think so, man. Maybe towards the end of the season, where the season was already wrapped up and we got top four, then we could see Jack Button. But I have no idea, man. He is absolutely pointless, man.
He is.
Man. You go on, Andy.
I mean, you know what? So I actually could agree with you. Or I mean, thing is, what sort of short signing is this? He's technically not a Ten Hag signing. He's a great signing if you look at logically as well. We only brought him as a backup to De Gea and to Eaton.
No worry. John Myrtle said Jack Bolin is very experienced and he's a great addition to the squad. And we look excited to have him in our squad. Listen, John Myrtle, by the way, we're going to talk about Qatar ownership anyways, the ownership soon, but gonna save it for that. Ryan says Jack Bonner signing was silly. Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
So listen,
No, I don't think it's silly. You know, technically, of course, it may look silly, but I think it's Ten Hag trying to take precautions, if you know what I mean. Like he said, he said he had an experience at Ajax whereby one goalkeeper was kind of injured, and I think it affected maybe a season or something. It affected them. So he's trying to take precaution. Obviously, I think the requirement is you must have at least three goalkeepers in your squad or in your team, because you never know. So I think it's just Butland understand the stipulations of the contract. So we may not see Butland play, but he's just there just in case. So we can see what's happening to Henderson at Nottingham Forest, in being injured, for instance. So we could see something similar. So Ten Hag will definitely not want to have such situations where
that's Hardy's favorite goalkeeper, man. Dean Henderson, Hardy's favorite. You know what's the funniest thing about Jack Butland? We would have signed him in Marshall broke his finger in pre-season.
Yes.
So,
yes. Okay, yeah.
Oh, remember that against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I remember that game. But listen, Premier League officially, I think we discussed that. It definitely needs an overhaul, yeah. Obviously, before we talk about best game ownership, yeah, man, I'm seeing a lot of people, just Jim Ratcliffe, this and that. But listen, when Hardy's boy Zishan comes out and saying the Qatar Jets are on the way, that's what the thing with Zishan, yeah. People like to laugh at him, but to be fair, he says things way quicker than what the media outlets do. So it's a fair play, man. I did think that this week. Listen, Qatar should be speaking to United anyways, because what was it?
Negotiations are going.
Telegraph said that Qatar is going to speak this week. So listen, Al-Thani, we're just praying that you get this right. They will get this right. Obviously, the Qatar Twitter said March 30, see you soon or something like that. So, listen, it will be Qatar, man. That's what I'm saying about the ownership update. It will be Qatar. People just be patient, because this is business. It's not going to take quick. It won't be over time, but it's going to take time. I reckon it will be done. Obviously, Guardian said it will be done. Well, if it was Simon Stone said it will be done by March. That's what he said. So listen, the next couple of weeks, So I just think, listen, Qatar, their bid is higher than Ratcliffe, anyways. I think their bid is what, 6 billion. Some outlets are saying it wrong, but I think it's what is it, 5.5? I don't know.
5 billion. Yeah,
5 billion. Yeah, 5 billion. So for me, yeah, man, it will be Qatar in my opinion. Hardeep, your thoughts?
Well, absolutely. I mean, Brian, you have a choice, absolutely. I do agree with you. However, it's your choice after all. Please don't do Newcastle. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we will. The thing is, back to the ownership situation. I think with the likely outcome, I think it's going to be Qatar's going to take over us. If you look at the financial backing right now, there's some bid which is peeling nearing towards the Glazers' asking price. They want roughly around about £6 billion. Nearing towards about 8 billion euros, 8 billion pounds, 8 billion pounds thereabouts. I think if you look at the accumulation as well.
Man. Pure greed from the Glazers. Pure greed. Yeah. Just accept the 5 billion, man.
It's just absolute pure greed as well. I mean, if you look at the valuation of our club, it's, in my perspective, it's quite inflated. It's really inflated. It should be less than that, though, definitely. But if you look at how well we're doing on the pitch, on the Ten Hag as well, we can actually add that as positive factor. And also, if you look at the infrastructure, the stadium, the history, you could also argue that it might accumulate to around £6 billion, but it's too inflated by that regard. But I think right now, Al-Thani is most likely owner to get the club.
Exactly, man. Let's go through the comments. Yep, I thought the Glazers won 6 million. Yes, it's pure greed, man. It's pure greed for them. Dan says, how is Miro to the Devils going to start my own channel this summer? Big up to you, man. Says he's already subbed to the channel. Big up, man. Big up. Make sure you guys keep subscribing to the channel. Keep smashing those likes. We're going to try and get 500, but obviously 450 is the first step, then 500. But listen, try try and subscribe if you haven't already. And Mr. Ryan says yes. But yeah, man, Toby, obviously ownership. They expect it to be Qatar or Sir Jim Rat.
For me, what I think is what people think, or the two rivals or fierce rivals is between Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Altani. But if you ask me, it may be way difficult than we may think it is, or we might think it might be very easy, but I think it's quite difficult. How do I mean? Obviously, Altani's his own bid is quite more than that of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. But I still think there could be more to it, because we've seen recent updates on Sir Jim Ratcliffe, trying to hire someone, who is confident about, who's going to help him, in the whole process and all of that. So at the same time, there is the Qataris, they are still talking about how confident they are. So it's like two sides who are confident. They are playing a game in my opinion. And of course, the final decision, or it rests in the hands of the Glazers as far as I'm concerned. And we've seen Sergeant Ratcliffe coming out to say they are not going to overpay. We've seen the Qataris to coming out to say they're not going to overpay. So it still boils down to the money as far as the Glazers are concerned. They want 6 billion, quite all right. But I think Sergeant Ratcliffe, from the reports we've had over the past weeks, Sergeant Ratcliffe's bid is around 4.5. And the Qataris came out to say they corrected the impression that, the bid they've had or they've put on the table so far is 5 billion, not 4.5. So it's not going to be easy, in my opinion, because I think it's possible Sergeant Ratcliffe too, he could up his own bid. We never know. And the news we're getting to hear is they're not going to pay over 6 billion. They're not going to make or to pay up to 6 billion, not to just hand cash over to the Glazers unnecessarily. So we never know. And let's recall that we were told that there are still some unidentified bidders too who are in the race. So we never know. These people are unidentified, but we don't know their intentions. We don't know who they are, and we don't know if they could, probably bring up a bid which can actually be more than that of the Qataris or Sergeant Ratcliffe. So it's going to be, as everyone's case or as everyone's own choice, could be the Qataris or maybe Sergeant Ratcliffe. We should also bear in mind, we should also ask ourselves questions, who could the other bidders be, and what can their valuation be, So based on the Qataris, based on the ones we have currently as we speak, Sergeant Ratcliffe and Altani, in my opinion, based on what is happening to PSG, it's being balanced, trying to be objective. You weigh it from two sides. You look at PSG and you try to analyze the Manchester United. You try to forecast or predict what could likely happen to us. In spite of all the monies they've got, they have world-class players almost all around the pitch, but still they struggle in the international space. So that is to tell us that money, I've said this before and I'll say it again, money does not guarantee success. It does not guarantee success in football as far as I'm concerned. And we saw PSG being eliminated by Bayern Munich. And if you want to take it player for player, you want to analyze the Bayern Munich players and that of the PSG. So you find out that PSG have better quality players. So it's not about the money. It's all about being competent. And as far as I'm concerned, PSG, they've not been competent. The Qataris, being the owners, of course, they spend money lavishly. They lavish money. They lavish money without, without quality. They lavish money without, real reason. You have a Lionel Messi who you are paying over 1 point something million in a week, collecting about 1.3 or 1.5 million weekly in wages, and you have the Neymar obviously close to 1 million, and you have Mbappe, who is, if I'm not mistaken, is the highest paid. So you can see all these.
Don't worry, Toby. United fans, what United fans do is they go on Twitter. Oh, shut! Imagine Mbappe ex Rashford link up. Come on, man, what's going on? I do not want Mbappe. Yes, he's a great footballer. this and that. I do not want another signing that's gonna be for the young fans, young generation. Yes, let me buy the shirt. Let me buy the shirt because there's another shirt sales signing on.
Seriously, so we have to be very careful.
I want
That's it.
I'm gonna say his name. King Osimhen. I want him. I want him. I want him. But listen, I'm gonna put a comment up right now to my strikers. Where goes don't fire? Yeah, man. Ryan says Mbappe is a fraud.
He is absolutely.
Well, I'm not sure if United corner would be happy with this comment, but
I mean,
yeah,
it's great. It's great talent, though. It's great talent, but you know, if you look at his personality, very, very egotistical. He's after the money. He's not really after personal success. And most importantly, yes, he has potential to become potentially as greater than Messi, Ronaldo. But you've got to think about his mentality overall. Does he want to win? Does he want to guarantee success by being greedy? I think that's the question for Mbappe.
Exactly. But yeah, man. Let's move on because I think we talked about it already. So, Betis versus Manchester United second leg. So we face them this Thursday at Betis. Oh no. What happened? Hang on. Hang on.
I'm of them, man. I'm of them that.
Yeah. It's fine. Oh, it's about transfer. Right. So we do face Betis Thursday. We are 4-1 up, but for me, Tenar needs to rotate some of these players, man. He honestly does. And I'm not even joking, but please rest the whole back four. Rest Bruno. Rest Rashford. Give Jack Butland a start. Why not? Give him a start. Rest Weghorst. Almost the whole lineup, but not exactly the whole lineup. But
I think Martial, he might still be injured as well. Martial still might be injured. So I think with
listen, guys, I've come to agreement with Hardy that we need to let him go this summer, man. He's annoying me too much. He needs to go.
I said it about 4 months ago, and I got slated as well. I mean, it should be gone.
Well, you said 4 months ago that Ronaldo's goal. How about that?
Well, he's still going, Bobbin. But that's not really relevant. But let's focus on the preview between Betis United. But yeah, go ahead, Oris.
Yeah, man. I'll do my lineup, what I want. But yeah, listen, this is what I want. Butland in goal, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof. The centre back partnership is back. Malacia, McTominay. Wait. No, Casemiro. We need to start Casemiro because he's going to miss the next 4 games. So we need to start Casemiro. Casemiro and McTominay. And then Sancho in the middle, Pelestri on the right, Elanga on the left, and
who up front?
Weghorst. I don't know, man. Probably start Weghorst, man, because Martial will be injured. Well, do you think he's trained with this? Because surely he's match fit.
Should match fit.
Should be match fit. Yeah. Well, that's my lineup. Hardy, obviously, what's your thoughts on the game?
You know, overall, I think in terms of the game, it should be walking park for us. We should definitely win it comfortably. Although at the Betis Stadium, it could be a hostile atmosphere, and if we can get the first go, we could possibly win the game. If they get the first go, they could possibly overcome the deficit. You never know with the European fixtures. That's been evident by the last 4-6 years, and I think with European tie as well, despite the away system being disapproved now, I think certainly it could go to extra time, or if not, maybe it would be won by full time. So I think with United, we'll win it comfortably by 3-1.
Fair enough. And your lineup, what would your lineup be for this Thursday?
You know what? It's going to be Butland, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, Malacia. Casemiro will obviously start due to suspension, but if you look at it from an international perspective, in Europe as well, he will start there. I think for alongside with him, probably Sabitzer if he is fit, hopefully. Right side, Pelestri, number 10, Sancho. I think Bruno, he needs to rest respectfully, although his engine is absolutely from playing perspective. Left hand side, Rashford, and up front, Weghorst.
Interesting. Ryan says, yeah, Garnacho's injured for 6 weeks.
6 weeks now.
6 weeks.
Is it a fibula injury? A fibula injury?
Yeah, so 6 weeks. Very bad injury, but it is what it is, man. But don't worry, Anthony Taylor. No. he got the ball, so no penalty. So Anthony Taylor, by the way, disgrace. By the way,
Absolutely.
there's been a lot of rival fans that says, "Oh, he lives in Manchester, but he's a United fan." If you actually do your own research, he's a City fan. I swear, no, I'm being serious. He's a City fan. He's not a
Wow.
City man. There's a stat: 40 games he's ref Man United, 80 yellow cards. 40 games for City, 40 yellow cards for City. What? What's going on? What's going on? But
Hypocrisy.
Exactly, man. I think Hardeep should be the referee, man. Talking about Hardeep Taylor, man. Hardeep Taylor. Toby, what's your thoughts with the Sunday? Would you rotate for the lineup?
Well, of course, we're going to see couple of changes in the lineup compared to what we had against Southampton. It's still going to be a strong lineup as as it can be. I still see David De Gea in goal, and of course Diogo Dalot, as the right back, and we'll see Maguire and Martinez.
Lindelof as well.
Maguire. Lindelof, I heard he's injured, but I don't know if he's fit to start, but he could come on as a substitute. That's what I think. So it could be Maguire and maybe Martinez. Then obviously Tyra Malacia, we'll see him as a left back. Then the middle of the park, there's Casemiro. But we should also bear in mind, I think Casemiro is one yellow card away from suspension. So, but regardless, he could still start. So,
thank you for the content on that page.
So Casemiro, we have Casemiro and Scott McTominay as it is. So both, because Sabitzer, we're still not sure, if he's fit to start. Even though he might be available, he might come on in the second half. So it could be Scott McTominay, Casemiro, then of course the workaholic Bruno Fernandes. Then on the right, I think we could see Pellistri. He has impressed in 2 consecutive games, so he should be awarded to start. So Pellistri on the right, then on the left we'll have we could have Sancho or Rashford. Then as a number 9, obviously it's going to be Weghorst. We heard Martial was back in training, so who knows? He could come on in the second half. So I don't think Martial will start, but he could actually get minutes tomorrow. So that's what I think. But it's going to be a win for Manchester United. Even though we draw or we lose 1-0 or 2-0, I think we'll still progress. So there's no way Betis is going to score 4 against us. It's never happening. So we've won, we've qualified. So that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Listen. We cannot let 4 goals for Betis, man. Listen, anything can happen, Anything can happen.
Yeah.
We should win this. We should go through. I want Arsenal in the semis, man. Arsenal fans, they've been doing this a lot, man. To me and Hardy, they've been doing this a lot. They've been doing a lot.
You could possibly win your first league title in 19 years, and yet you're being hypocritical towards us.
Hardy, they won't win the league, man. They won't. Yes, they are 5 points clear of City, but I don't know. They've got some big games to go to.
Big games.
Big games, absolutely.
Liverpool, Man City.
Man City as well.
Now, obviously, Arteta, I don't know if you guys seen it, but for the team now, he's got the clock now. So no more light bulbs, the clock. So guys, we are fucking look at the clock. Let's play.
Look at the fucking clock. It's lighting up.
But nah, man. But nah, I'm gonna go for 2-1. 2-1 United. 2-1 United for me. I think Root, Weghorst is gonna score, and I don't know who else.
Anthony again, probably.
I'm gonna say Pellistri. Ryan says, do you guys think you can win the Europa League? Of course. Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
One game at a time.
You know what? I want to see Tonal doing this again with Lisandro Martinez. And now look, he's doing this. Bang, bang, bang with Lisandro Martinez. So we want to see more of that. So yeah, man. Obviously Roy Keane said, You should quit yourself now after seeing that dance. So, yeah, man. Listen, Ten Hag, listen, he's installed that winning mentality, man, for trophies now.
Absolutely.
Competition, he's installed it, man. So, listen.
I'll say something. If you see the contrast in mentality in comparison to last season, there's an absolute huge difference. Right now, well disciplined, well organised. We have real determination to win. Last season, it was just farce, an absolute farce, absolutely shambolic season. Players down tools, disillusioned, lacking confidence. But now we've got Erik ten Hag.
Like, say that loud, Hardy. Say it for the Rebel fans.
Erik ten Hag.
Exactly, man. Let me just reply to Ryan's comment. But yeah, about Weghorst's shirt, I don't want to give money to the Glazers, man. I'm not. So I'll wait until Qatari buy us. Then I'll get probably Weghorst's shirt or Aussie man at the back, number 9, Man United shirt. Aussie man, innit, Toby? Aussie man. But nah, man. Talking about Aussie man, we'll move to the summer. Obviously, summer transfer window, guys. Second summer for Ten Hag or Erik ten Hag, as Ten Hag says in the interview. So, listen, I expect quite a few players to leave. Phil Jones. Phil Jones, hopefully, but
You need some testimonial.
Interviews at Sky Sports now.
Oh, as a pundit. Toby, you might have saw that, but Phil Jones, he was on Sky Sports for the Carabao Cup final, and he was acting as a pundit.
Crazy, man. Well, I'm sure he took permission from the coach, before he was able to make that appearance. So I think he's retired. I don't think there's any club that you know, he hasn't kicked the ball for decades, if you know what I mean. So he's technically retired, in my opinion.
You know what? I feel bad for him, man. He's had to go through a lot of hate, man.
Of course. Trust me. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, man. So I do feel bad for him,
but I think there was a time. Was it during Ragnick? I think there was a time.
Was it against Wolves? Yeah, against Wolves.
Yeah, I started Wolves. Jones. Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, there was a club abroad that needed him, but he decided to stay.
The French club.
Yeah, French club. Yeah, in France. Was it Brest? It
might have been Brest or Reims. I think so. I think it might be.
Why is it?
Might be. Can we repeat this? Oh gosh.
Right.
Forest.
Man.
It might have been Brest. It might have been Brest. Oh gosh.
Hey. Right. Holly, take over for a bit before I cut myself. Hey.
Yeah. If I remember correctly as well, I think last season was as well when he was fit. He also played.
I don't think all these ready as well. Oh,
I've slightly calmed down now. My laugh is not contagious anymore, but yeah, it's okay. Everyone, I'm calmer. Are we calmer?
Yeah.
Are we calmer?
Yeah. Calmer.
Good. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the summer window.
Right, summer transfer window. Listen. Obviously, a lot of rumors about midfielders, strikers. By the way, I do not want Harry Kane, and thank goodness I've seen. Well, listen, there's a lot of fucking Rob Dawson. I don't trust him, Mark, but he says that. What is it? Ten Hag, priority number 1 is Harry Kane, something like that. So, for me, I don't want Harry Kane, man. Yes, great striker, but he has a loser mentality, man. He really does. He has a loser mentality. Yes, he would score all the goals for United, but for me, I want a striker who wants to win, and that's someone at Napoli. So, For me, I've made it clear, man. Get Weghorst on the permanent. But I'm not saying he should be a starting striker for next season, but have him as a second option and get Osimhen. But if Ten Hag wants Kane, I trust Ten Hag, man, because you never know. Ten Hag can bring Kane into winning mentality. You never know, because listen, we've seen players, man. Look at players that he bought. They all have winning mentality. So listen, we never know under Kane, but for me, I just want Osimhen. Hardy, what are you?
You know what? The thing is, I would be post Kane, but his all round game, his overall play as striker, he can link up play, he can go into the box, he can be really proactive in that possession, and also he's an excellent area threat in around the area. His set piece stability, absolutely fantastic as well. His leadership, great trait as well. Personality on and off the pitch. I think overall he'll be a great striker for us. Although I do have question marks over his mentality. I think Ten Hag can certainly improve that. But if Ten Hag certainly wants him, he'll certainly get Kane. But I think this is a question of United wanting him internally. I think United internally, they're pushing it for Kane to happen. And I think with Levy right now, he's very reluctant to sell Kane. And I think certainly right now, he's going to sign a new contract. But right now, ideally, we do need to go for someone ideally like Vlahovic, Osimhen, Goncalo Ramos, who has very similar characteristics to Kane as well. I think even Sesko or even Ferguson as well, alongside with the national striker. We might need more than getting Kane or even Osman. We might need two strikers. So any of those options, any of those two options will be strengthened.
I think it's Ferguson is ready to be our starting striker, but yeah, Karen's done.
Yeah, Toby, how about yourself? What are your thoughts on the summer transfer window in terms of Kane and possibly the other signings?
Well, it's clear, we've seen the reports. It's between Harry Kane, Osimhen, and Ramos, and Vlahovic. But in my opinion, they're all fantastic strikers. Actually, obviously, they're all fantastic strikers, and they will do well. They'll bang the goals. But what we should be looking at is their style of play, how they play, and whether they could fit into Ten Hag's system. How he wants to play. And if you look at Harry Kane, for instance, to be fair, I think Kane suits that kind of system. Even though we know we might be hurt, we might be upset with his mentality. Like you said, he might have he might not have this winner mentality, in quotes, if you know what I mean. So a kind of striker who can be able to hold up play, who can play like Weghorst, but be a better version of Weghorst. We see how Weghorst tries to link up play, he holds up, he holds on to play and stuff like that, So that's the kind of striker we need. Harry Kane can score you 20 plus goals a season. Osimhen can score you 20 plus goals a season, as well as others if they are in a very good, they have a very good squad and a very good teammate around them. So, in my opinion, personally, I think I will go for, it's between Harry Kane and Osimhen. That's just the truth. Harry Kane and Osimhen. But my problem or my worry, why I would tip Osimhen a bit, is because we've seen Tottenham, we've seen Daniel Levy, we've seen how he does drag around transfers, especially when it has to do with Harry Kane, and we saw today Manchester United will not play, or they will not dance to the tune of Daniel Levy, in terms of Kane's transfer. And Kane himself, I don't think he will be. Well, we don't know yet if he'll be willing to, to try and force a move. But looking at his, he doesn't look like he's eager to make that move or eager to play for, a top club. So I in my opinion, I think Osimhen is the right choice. He's good at set piece. He's a set piece threat, if you know what I mean. And he can link up play. He's fast. He's technical, so he can score you goals. He's a target man. Once you have good midfielders, you have a midfielder who can actually and connect and create chances for your strikers. Trust me, Osimhen will thrive in that regard. Same as Goncalo Ramos too. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before I started talking, I said virtually all the strikers will be good. They'll be good choice. But what we need to, as a club, to worry about is the transfer fee. You know, we cannot get 100 million plus on Kane now. I don't think it's possible. I don't think Manchester United will do that. You know, we would rather do that on a player like Osimhen, you know, who can, obviously, we know it's long term. Harry Kane can get us maybe 3, 4 seasons. But like I said before, I think I put it up on a post on one of my content. I said age is just a number, but for somebody like Harry Kane, who, you know, his mentality, if you get Kane now, trust me, we're going to be genuine title contenders. We're going to bang the goals. We're going to win trophies. We're going to do that definitely. But the problem is Daniel Levy. The problem is Kane, and the problem is the transfer fee on him. If you know what I mean. But Osimhen is going to be the perfect choice for every Manchester United fan. I'm very confident about it.
And the whole nation of Nigeria, because I'm pretty sure all Nigerian people they all support United. So
even Igalo, even Igalo, you know, Osimhen is like.
Igalo even said in an interview, if
in an interview,
Osimhen was to text him which club he would go to, my nice agent Odion, do us a favor, mate. Listen, you know what? I liked Igalo at United. You know, I didn't hate him. I didn't. So I thought, listen, he had to do a short-term job, and then obviously we had to let him go. But listen, he didn't do that bad, you know. Obviously, the match of derby.
I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't really manage him well, because Osimhen was fantastic for us. He scored goals, you know. He was fantastic. He was fantastic, but Ole never managed him. You know, where Igalo was supposed to start, you know, he wouldn't start. He was playing, I think, was he Rashford or Martial that was not really in form as of then.
That's right.
Of course, he was playing him. Meanwhile, there was the Igalo that was supposed to make the difference for us. So it's clear. He did his part. He was good for us, but obviously the manager then didn't handle the situation well.
That's very true. Also, if we can't get Kane or even Osimhen or even Ramos, Ivovic, what about Mawani from Frankfurt? I mean, he's a really, really decent option as well. Mawani, he was very good for France in the World Cup. Yeah, Mawani's a really good option too. I mean, what do you think of him, guys?
It would just be the price. That's the issue. What Frankfurt works, but yeah, he's a good striker. You know, very good striker. I watched him at the World Cup. He impressed me, so he'll be one to look out for. But obviously, under John Murtough, no chance. Only English people, English, and yeah, man.
No, I don't even think. I think he's still young. The striker you just mentioned, and I think he's still developing. He's still developing, and I don't think at this stage.
He's 24. He's 24, so
because it's 24. Okay, it's 24. But I think we need somebody like the Hurricane, somebody like the Erling Haaland, somebody like the Victor Osimhen. We need a goal machine. We need somebody who is, you know, who is there, who is going to be. We're sure he's going to bang in goals, you know, every week, if possible, either goals or assists. So I don't think, of course, even there's the Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah.
But
he's not going to Leipzig. He's not going to Leipzig.
Yeah, in summer he is.
Yes, in the summer he is. But if we really want him, Manchester United can go for him without him even kicking the ball for RB Leipzig. Of course, we can still make the transfer happen. We can still make it happen. But I think we need somebody who is established. We need a proven goal scorer. We need somebody who can do that.
Toby, you know just say Osimhen. I know you really want to say. Just say that.
No, Osimhen. Trust me, Osimhen will do a perfect job for us. He will.
Toby, can I ask you something? You see, sorry, go on.
Okay, imagine you have, of course, there's a Bruno Fernandes, you know, who is a very, very good. When you look at his vision, you know, of course, he makes some kind of drastic mistakes sometimes, but you look at his vision in terms of creating chances for his attackers. You know, imagine you have Osimhen at the front. There's a Bruno, there's a Eriksen. You know, obviously when we
become in the league, you know,
it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be crazy. it's gonna be crazy because these players, you have the Sabitzer, you have the Casemiro, even the Lisandro Martinez. You know, you look at those kind of long balls, to Osimhen, obviously, and like we said, when it comes to set pieces and when it comes to a kind of system like that, Osimhen tries.
Yeah.
And Toby, the thing is, obviously with Nigeria and that, how do the people feel in Nigeria like about Osimhen? Do you think he should make the right choice? And do you guys like? Obviously, I think everyone would like him, but you know what I mean. But with Osimhen, there's a real connection with him and his fans, right?
Yeah, of course. But Nigeria is a country that we have. It's split. Like it's split. You have some sections of Chelsea fans, some section of it's crazy down here. You understand? Like, well. I think they have more. We have more Chelsea fans here in Nigeria, if you know what I mean, because they don't care. They don't care whether we get Osimhen or not. But the few Manchester United fans we have here, of course, they want Osimhen. They want Osimhen. But if you look at his stats in the national team, he's not as impressive as he is with Napoli. If you know what I mean.
Let's just hope Bowley doesn't get involved in this race.
No, if it does, it's over.
I don't think so ever. But JBT says if Osimhen does sign for United. All right, thank you for asking this because for me, if we do it in euros, 100 million euros, which because if we live in the UK, go on, Toby.
To be more than 100 million euros, I think
120 million euros.
I think 110 million.
120 to 130. Last time I checked, that was from 2 weeks back.
Hey,
that was in euros. So it's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost us a lot. That's just the truth.
And the thing is, obviously, with Twitter fans, they think that they live in European countries. So whenever he doesn't score a goal, you bought it for 120 million euros. But when it's pounds, it's a different price. But obviously, people love to spin the narrative. But for me, if you're talking about pounds, it will be 100 to 105 million. But listen, he will probably be the most expensive Premier League player. I think he's gonna
expensive striker of all time. Expensive striker of all time too.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, no. How much was Mbappe bought for?
Was it Mbappe?
Mbappe?
Yeah,
Mbappe. Yeah, was he not bought for like 150 or something? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Let me check. But we're just talking about striking, guys. Let's move on to other positions, right? For me,
right.
Man United, why are we not? Hang on a minute. I'm so pissed at. Why are we not linked with Josko Gvardiol? Because if he goes to City, I'm going to be so angry. Why are we not linked with him, man? Very, very good centre back. And for me, listen, I've watched him quite a few times. He's the guy for us, man. Because Varane, I expect Varane to get quite a few injuries next season. And for Varane, at his age, he should know himself that he's not going to start every game next season. So for me, we need to get Gvardiol, man, before City.
Is he a right footer or is he a left footer?
I think he's a
left
right
footer centre back.
Left footer, sorry.
It's a left footer.
I think we do right centre back.
So I think it's gonna be, if we get him, then it's gonna be Lisandro Martinez, and I don't think he's the kind of player. I don't think we need him now because there's the Lisandro Martinez who obviously is supposed to be starting every game. So we need somebody who can be a backup, and I don't think Gvardiol will be. I don't think he's gonna be a backup, or we agree to be a backup.
Yeah, 180 million euros Mbappe.
Yeah, it's really staggering. But if you look at Premier League history, he'll be the most expensive striker. Should we get us?
Premier League it will be, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, obviously, United fans will think, let's say Osimhen then went out race. No. Midfield for me, going for Frankie de Jong.
Frankie de Jong.
Arsenal's situation, they've been cheating. They've been paying refs. So they might get, I don't know, a fine or deduction points or even relegation, So I've been hearing relegation. So listen, try and go for Frankie de Jong, but if not,
I don't want him. He has come
if
out.
Not,
he has come out several times. He has come
Mohamed
out several
Kudus.
times.
Go for him, man. Go for Mohamed Kudus.
Of course, I will go for him instead than Frankie de Jong. We saw his interview last week, or was it last 2 weeks? Coming out to tell us, trying to tell us that he still want to stay in Barcelona for a very long time. Frankie de Jong doesn't want us, and the last thing we want to do as a club is to bring in somebody who his mind, his body, his soul is not with the club. And definitely we'll start seeing lapses in his performances and all. We wouldn't want to see that. We want to see players who's going to be like the Lisandro Martinez, somebody who's going to be like the Terrell Malacia. I think it was an hijack deal. Malacia was willing to take the move. We saw what Anthony did, the willingness to play for the club. So I don't think, in as much as Frankie de Jong's style or his personality as a player is kind of very rare, I don't think we should go for him because he doesn't want to play for us. And I think most United fans, the truth be told, we are all pissed. We're all pissed by his reluctance and his public outcry denouncing our club directly and indirectly. So, in as much as we want him, I think we could go for Mohamed Kudus, or we could go for someone else. Mason Mount. I heard we're even linked with Mason Mount. So we have there will be options when the summer comes.
Yeah, just a bit of news. Eli Harrison has signed a professional contract with Manchester United. So he goes from the academy anyway. So he signed a professional contract with Man United. So he's a goalkeeper as well. So good to see that. Huge move for him. Anyways, back to the summer thing. The thing is, it's going to be tough, man, because Wan-Bissaka's playing so well. But it is Wan-Bissaka, so do we trust him to play well every single game? Who knows, but I'm still going for a right back, man. I'm still going for a right back.
I'll still sell Wan-Bissaka as well, even though he's playing well. We should just let him go. I think Delo, he's much more suited to the system. Absolutely. With Delo, he'll regain his confidence, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. With midfielder-wise, Hardeep, is there any targets in your head that you would go for, obviously, other than Frank de Jong?
Oh, well, we could actually go for Kenneth Taylor of Ajax as well. He's a really good, well-minded midfielder. He's very versatile, can play as an 8, a number 6. Very multifunctional midfielder, very similar to Donny van der Beek. I think Ten Hag, he certainly admires him. There could be certain midfielders in Europe as well, especially within the South America continent as well. I think also, if you look at logical as well, Brazil, there could be quite a few midfielders as well there as well. In Premier League, Mason Mount could be one of them as well. If you look at his contract situation at Chelsea, he could certainly beat me up there. Or even Ryan Gravenberch as well, of Bayern Munich. Ryan Gravenberch of Bayern Munich, he's been misused. So why not reignite our interest and potentially pursue him?
What about, I don't see this ever happening, but Jacques Cancelo? Do you guys see this happening at United, Jacques Cancelo?
Oh, no chance. It's astronomically impossible.
Would he take Cancelo at hashtag MEFC? Like, bruv, we're not even linked with him. So I don't know why you're asking that question. We're not linked with Cancelo. So to be fair, I do understand because he's not getting game time by Munich, so he might be frustrated. But we're not getting Cancelo, man. We got John Murta, mate, not flipping now an expert, but yeah, man. I expect at least 4 to 5 signings, but they need to come before preseason starts because this is what Sky Sports said today, that Ten Hag wants his signings straight before preseason starts. So that's crucial because we let down Ten Hag last summer window because we got Anthony to play, so we can't do the same. Well, we'll hopefully be under the Qatar ownership, so they know what to do. Hopefully, so we just can't be slow.
Guys, I've actually got a question for you as well. I mean, considering that McTominay might even go in summer as well, would you consider themselves getting number 6 as well? Because we do need another, so it's Casemiro. Who would that understudy be and why? I think for me, that's be Palhinha from Fulham. He'll be a great competitor to Casemiro, and if we can make
Fulham or Sporting?
Proposal. Well, yeah, from Sporting.
There's Fulham, I think.
Fulham. Yeah, Fulham.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
The Brazilian, right?
Are the Twitter fans talking about the one from Sporting?
Portuguese.
I don't know.
He's a striker, I believe. He's striker. He's striker. Plays for Sporting. Yeah.
But no, Paulinho is a good one from Fulham. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
one from Fulham.
Yeah, the Brazilian, right?
No,
Portuguese. Portuguese.
Okay, yeah, Portuguese. Sorry, yeah, Portuguese. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for me, he would be one of them. For me, I am so angry that we saw James Garner. Why on earth did we say they would sell James Garner, man? You're literally Very young. Didn't get enough game time, but listen, he was promising, man. Why on earth? This
I
is
think
why
he
I
wanted to
don't
leave.
like John Melton, man. Why on earth would he sell James Garner, man? I
I
don't
think
get
Ghana
it.
wanted to leave. I think Ghana
Right.
wanted to leave.
Probably
Because
wanted,
there was no game time. So I saw in one of his posts the aftermath of the sale. I think he talked about game time, wanting to leave, and I think he said it was the best decision he ever made or something like that. So I think
I'm
he
surprised Hardy
wanted
didn't say Ruben Neves, his favorite player. I'm surprised Hardy didn't say
Or,
that.
or maybe Mateus Nunes, who is next on ball carrier
Oh
as well.
my goodness me! What a midfielder!
He's been
What a
misusable as well.
Exactly, man. So there's so many young talents, man. I'm telling you, there's so many young talents. Like Kamavinga, he's not a CDM, but he could be one. We can try and get. Remember what? At Reigns, what was it? So, I think it was on the Ragnick. It was January.
Yeah.
Remember, we was close to getting him. It was actually so close, but he picked Real Madrid over us.
It was actually on the Ollie. It was actually on the Ollie as well. It was actually on the Ollie as well. Ollie did the Mondo.
Oh yes.
It was,
Oh yes. I remember Ramona did a post saying exclusive. Man United are holding talks with Camavinga's agent, and obviously we've broken down so many deals. Jude Bellingham, Haaland, Camavinga, so many others, man. So Julian Alvarez. Oh my god.
Oh, who knows? Oh.
Yeah, the one that
I remember reporting that. You saw that, Oris. I mean, he would have been so ideal for us if you look at his versatility, his moving around the box, fantastic, versatile number 9. Great player there.
But nah, man. I mean, I think that's only it. To be fair, regarding midfielders, because I can't think of anyone else. Frank Kessie, I don't know.
Goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, Frank Kessie, I don't like him, man. Obviously, we did something about he hasn't been it.
Maybe another winger. Maybe another winger possibly as well.
Yeah, for me.
That's gonna be tough, you know. That's gonna be tough. I guess we do this correctly as well. I think maybe if we do get Kudos or even someone like Omo.
We need a left winger. That's what we need. For me, I would have gone Trossard, but obviously you went to us, so I would have wanted Trossard to be fair.
The ideal option, I think.
Cody Gakpo.
He's probably going to leave Liverpool as well. He's probably going to leave Liverpool. No, he's probably going to stay there long term.
I have no idea, you know.
I don't think so. You know, any Liverpool player.
Wait, what?
We get. I don't think any. Have we ever got, aside Michael Owen, have we ever signed any other Liverpool player before?
Yeah, scored 5 goals.
Oh my goodness me. Haaland has just scored 5 goals for City right now. Wow. Listen. You can score 5 goals against Leipzig, but where were you at Old Trafford, mate? How about that, Haaland?
Exactly.
Where were you, mate? Nah, man. Listen, he's on fire, man. Oh my god.
Absolutely great striker.
5 goals. Wow.
5 goals.
Leipzig are so bad, man. Flipping out.
Where's
Nkunku, man? He's not even starting. Nkunku's not even starting. So Chelsea again. Well, to be fair, you know what? I probably would want to get Nkunku, you know. But I've seen a lot of. I forgot who said to me. But I was on the United channel yesterday saying about Dani Olmo. Are you guys? Do you rate Dani Olmo? Anyone?
Yes. Absolutely. He'll be great competitor to Bruno as well. If you look for exactly what we need, there have been murmurs that Ten Hag actually rates him, and that's according to Christian Volk, who's very, very reliable Bayern Munich and German journalist. So I think with Omo, his versatility, the ability to play at number 10, even as an 8 as well, even as left winger, right winger, his intelligence around box, his IQ on off ball, his work rate. I think he will be a very well adaptable player on the team. Get him as well. So, exactly, yeah. Toby, how about yourself? Do you think Omo would be a really good sign?
Yeah, well, it's possible. He can. I think he's one of the important players in Leipzig. Am I right? So
yes,
he should be. And you look at the kind of players like him, you know, when they are working under a coach or a manager that knows or that has a system. I think he's kind of player they work well when they have a very good manager and teammates around them. So I think he'll be a decent player if we can get him. Obviously, he may not really be that big name of a player, but you look at what he can do. Trust me, he'll be a good player, a decent player.
Exactly. Yeah.
It would definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's go through the comments. Ryan says that's the best transfer policy to get the new signings in before the preseason. Exactly.
Yes.
Ryan says, Paulinho is so good. What a quality player and one player who will suit you now for sure. Exactly. Yeah, he would. He would. Sirako says Ronaldo fan goals. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, here's what it is, man. Here's what it is. Well, I think we discussed everything. Obviously, with United, listen, we're still in 3 competitions. How deep? I want to go back to you. Are we winning any of these 3 competitions? FA Cup, Europa League?
You know what? I have a feeling that we could definitely win the Europa League. The FA Cup, I think we might get through to the quarterfinals and semi-finals and then final itself. I think we've got a chance to win there. I think right now the possibility of winning 2 trophies are very, very high. I'd say an 80% chance. But if we want to win it, we've got to be consistent. We've got to rotate. We can't get ourselves fatigued. If we lose any of our key players, maybe like Varane, Martinez, Bruno, Rashford, even Weghorst, we're definitely going to derail. So we do need to keep up. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Bobby, what about you? Do you see United winning any trophies this season?
Yeah, of course. I agree with Hardy. You know, it's clear you want to talk about the favorites to win those trophies, and I think the first name on everyone's lips will be Manchester United. So we just have to be careful, and we just have to, make sure that fatigue don't hit the players, and of course injuries they don't get injured, because if they get injured, there'll be a problem. You understand? And we should hope that the injured player to get back, on track without any problem. I think we will need every player at this point. So let's see how it goes. But Manchester United are actually 100%. We have 100% chances of winning the Europa League and the FA Cup.
Yeah, exactly, man. 100%, 100%, man. 100%. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to be overconfident, but take a game by game, as Tanago says, and hopefully we should expect Eriksen to come back around April, I think. So,
he's needed. He's absolutely needed.
Andy Carroll did not get a booking for that, but absolute disgrace. But yeah, man, listen, don't worry, United pay referees. That's what rival fans say. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. But so let's hope there's not going to be any more inconsistency. But nah, man, obviously one thing before we do wrap up. Arsenal fans, listen, you're going to be seeing a lot of yellow cards for Thursday, because you know that Spanish referee, Hardy, the one that gives out too many yellow cards? He's referee for Arsenal Sporting. So Arsenal fans, don't cry and say, oh, the referee gave us so many yellow cards and stuff and stuff. So even I don't like that referee as well. But listen,
do you know what? I want to rule out Sporting a result as well. I want to rule out Sporting a win.
I want to rule it out as well. Yeah, I want to rule it out. Especially on your favorite Almiron as well. So, yeah, man. Listen, I rate him as well, but I think obviously his formation, does it suit United? Probably not, but yeah. I mean, listen, anything can happen, because I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans saying, let's rotate. But listen, this ain't Arsenal show, but yeah, man. Let's see Ryan's comment and we'll wrap up. So definitely one more trophy for United, but I can see you winning both, anything is possible under Tenag with the mentality he has. Exactly. And every time Ryan says, brilliant show, guys, as usual. Big up to you, Ryan, for always tuning into the comments. And yeah, man, we're gonna wrap up. Hardy, let the people know where they can find you.
Well, guys, you know where to find me. You can find me on Instagram, HC United Sounds. If you want to follow me personally on Instagram, it's HSF7. Sorry about it, guys. I was actually distracted by my Twitter notifications. There's so much blaring off on there. Well, not necessarily, but it is Twitter after all. I'm being professional. And also, speaking of Twitter, if you want to find me, you can find me at HCMUFC, HFMUFC. all lowercase, all at. That's where you can find me. Where I'll be debating with Manchester United fans about the takeover situation, the players, all things United. So that's where you can find me. Have a fantastic night, and we really are proud of what we are achieving as a community, especially here on Resource Football. There's so much good things coming to the channel, and we couldn't have done it without you.
Exactly. Right, I'll just shut myself up before I think Toby's this one. But yeah, man. I'll just turn on my camera for you guys to look at my profile picture. But yeah, listen, is that where it goes to holding that Carabao Cup trophy? So listen, but nah, you guys can find me R6 Football on YouTube, Twitter, R6 Footy, where Hardeep's talking about discussing about Ratcliffe and Glazer's stuff, retweeting Zishan's posts and stuff. So yeah, man, I'm mostly active on Twitter, Instagram, R6 Football, and yeah, man, that's it really. Obviously, TikTok. Listen, I always say this, but listen, I'm not gonna promise anything, but new video will be coming up soon when I have the time. But yeah, Toby is back. Let the people know where can they find you, Toby.
Yeah, of course. You can find me on MEFC Global, and that's my fan channel, and COBMIKEY, my personal Instagram account. So Manchester United content, and that's
Big up,
it.
Toby. Where Ghost on Fire? Your defense is But yeah, man, big up, buddy. But yeah, big up the panel, man. Obviously, episode 3 of the OMXHD show. I forgot that's it. 10 Hogs Tricky Reds. So I did forget to spend the time about 10 Hogs Tricky Reds. Yeah, man. Listen, I forgot obviously to get my Pepsi Cherry, but listen, sorry, Liverpool fans. I forgot my Pepsi Cherry, but listen, pretty sure they were celebrating with the 7-Ups, isn't it, Hardy?
Yeah, exactly. And tomorrow you're gonna get slapped by Real Madrid.
Oh yes, tomorrow. Hey, listen, I'm watching it, man. I'm watching Karim Benzema gonna destroy you as always. But listen, big up the panel, big up Hardy. Make sure you guys do check out their socials and stuff. Give them a follow, and they'll follow you back. Follow Hardy on Tinder as well. He's always active on there. But yeah, man, big up everyone. We'll see you next stream. I might, probably Friday, game week preview. So apologies there wasn't a review stream because I didn't have the time to do so, because Monday I got invited to channel. So today I only had the day to do the United show. Then tomorrow I'm on Ollie's channel. Thursday, obviously United playing, and I don't think I have the time to do match reaction. So Friday, we are back with game week preview, which should be fun. And yeah, man, make sure you guys smash the likes. And we are... Guys,
Here we go. Well done, guys.
Yeah, and clips will be posted on there, or football clips where there'll be some of us talk too much. You will see, but yeah, definitely expect Hardy to be. Well, big up, guys. See you next.